Free agency in the world of professional wrestling, man, is creating a nice little buzz for itself in the internet wrestling community. A lot of excitement surrounding some major potential free agents. Who's going to jump ship from WWE to AEW? Who's going to jump ship from AEW to WWE? We know the names that are floating around out there. Ricky Starks, Daniel Garcia, Motor City Machine Guns. Let's get Miro back in WWE. What about the big man Wardlow? Lucha Brothers just signed, which we will talk about in today's episode. But one name that has caught people off guard is Kevin Owens. Is Kevin Owens jumping ship to AEW? We got the latest right here on Off the Script. Also, like I previously mentioned, we will talk about the Lucha Brothers. They are now signed, sealed, and delivered. Both Penta and Fenix officially signed with the WWE, and Xavier Woods may be forming his own new faction away from the New Day. All this plus so much more on today's OTS. We'll start with that. Let's start with Xavier Woods. New Day on Monday Night Raw failed to capture the WWE Tag Team Championships. Xavier Woods blamed Kofi Kingston for ruining their opportunity at beating the Judgment Day on Raw. Xavier Woods later in the night, backstage, in a backstage segment, blamed Kofi for not filling him in on the plans. Why did the LWO know the plans, but your own tag team partner did not know the plans? Come on, man, something has to change. Is he going heel? I don't know. Is there a split in the New Day? I don't know. But if you guys did pick up on it, both Kofi and Xavier were wearing not matching ring attire. They were completely separate from the New Day colors. Xavier Woods was wearing black and white, and Kofi Kingston was wearing all green. Now the news, based off a tweet, if you guys want to take this at face value from Xavier Woods here, Xavier Woods posted a cryptic tweet on X that seems to hint at people from his past potentially joining him in the WWE. Xavier Woods posted this, and I quote, "The streets are saying that I may see some old friends soon. Just so y'all know, I'm not a kid anymore." Now, there were no other details provided by Xavier Woods in this tweet, as you guys see there, but the feeling amongst fans on social media is that Xavier Woods is talking about two men in particular, and that is the newest tag team joining WWE, Alex Shelley and the Motor City Machine Guns, along with Chris Sabin, man. I don't know if that's the case, because the rumor right now is that Shelley and Sabin are joining NXT, and they're going to get that tag team division right, and they're going to debut with the CW. We don't know if that's the case or not either, but Xavier Woods and the Motor City Machine Guns do have a previous history in TNA from 2007 to 2010 at TNA Sacrifice in 2009. Lethal Consequences. This was Jay Lethal and Xavier Woods, and Eric Young defeated the Motor City Machine Guns and Sheikh Abdul Bashir. So we potentially could be seeing the Motor City Machine Guns align themselves with Xavier Woods on WWE television. And that would be a great thing, because it did create some social media discourse that they would even start in NXT, which I think is an absolutely ridiculous argument to even engage in, because look at all the top talent that you see on the main roster right now that all went through the NXT system. You name it, they've been there. You name them, they've gone through it. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, Sami Zayn. The list goes on and on. Andrade, the list goes on and on, man. It's just ridiculous. I could be here all day naming names that have went through the NXT system to get called up to the main roster. I like this. Not only do I like this, I think this is great for the potential of the tag team division to start growing on the main roster. I think that would be great. I don't know what plans they have for the tag team division on Monday night or Friday night, for that matter, but you guys know me. I've been preaching to the choir about how they need to consolidate the tag team divisions on the main roster. All we need is one division. You don't have enough teams to carry two divisions on Monday and Friday, respectively. That's all you would need. Really. The Lucha Brothers and the Motor City Machine Guns thrusted into that division if it was one division. I mean, that's enough to kickstart a division and start building around those teams to really flesh everything out and get everything the way that it needs to be. That's all you need, man. You need a little fire starter. You need a fucking Kickstarter. And the Motor City Machine Guns and the Lucha Brothers could be that. I would love that. I think that would be great. Plus, Xavier Woods, if he's going on a heel run, Alex Shelley, he's a very, very good heel when he wants to be, man. We've seen a little bit of that in House of Glory. You guys might not know that, but some of the things he said, some of the things he did in House of Glory when he was feuding with Mike Santana for us, Alex Shelley can be a great fucking heel, man. And I do think that they have it within them to be great heels in the WWE. So we'll see what happens there, but I do like that potential direction. Is he alluding to them? Maybe. Is he talking about something else? Who knows? Someone else? Who knows? But I think if we want Xavier Woods on the path to being on his own and with a heel faction away from the New Day, that would be the right way to go about it, man. I'd love to see that. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about that particular piece of information. The Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers are set to join WWE officially after leaving AEW. They've been originals in AEW, having been with the company since its inception in 2019. Over the years, they participated in some of the greatest tag team matches in pro wrestling history, in AEW history, both as a tag team and in singles competition. So you got to give them their flowers as well, away from being the Lucha Brothers. Both Penta and Fenix are incredible on their own. Together, they held the AEW Tag Team Championships, the AEW World Trios Championships, alongside Pac in the Death Triangle, and Fenix has held the International Championship. Recent reports suggest that Penta and Fenix and their AEW contracts were nearing expiration. The wrestlers subsequently filed applications to trademark their ring names, a sign that they were exploring other opportunities outside AEW. This latest departure from AEW will undoubtedly shake up the tag team division and creates a slew of fresh matchups, potentially. The jump is a significant shift in their careers, as WWE's global reach will bring their talents to the industry's largest platform. So both of these guys are now signed, sealed, and delivered. There was a rumor going around that Phoenix's contract was going to expire after Penta's contract. I believe Penta's was up in August, and Rey Fenix's contract was up somewhere near the end of September. There was a growing rumor that Tony Khan was going to add injury dates or time out due to injury on top of Fenix's contract to keep him there for another 6 to 12 months. I didn't really believe that because that's not the way Tony Khan operates. I think Tony Khan loves professional wrestling too much to engage in such pettiness. He can be petty when he wants to. He's never petty with his talent, hardly. I mean, Rey Fenix and Penta are not going to be on the receiving end of Tony Khan's pettiness. I mean, they were AEW originals. He has them to thank for basically setting the foundation for AEW over the 5 years. He's never going to do that to those two guys. If they wanted out, he would have let them out. He's never going to allow Rey Fenix to sit and not be used in a creative manner to his potential, all because, you know, this guy is wanting to leave. He's going to do me dirty. Let me be a bitch and add some injury time on top of that so he doesn't go and join his brother in WWE. That would have been fucking awful. Tony's never going to do that. And Tony hardly ever does that. You got to really fucking piss Tony Khan. You got to do something so despicable to Tony Khan that he's going to do that and behave that way to you. Not going to happen here, and I'm glad that it didn't happen in this situation. That was a class move by Tony Khan. They are now in WWE's hands. Do I see them going to NXT? I do not. I see them going directly to the main roster. I think they are old enough. Motor City Machine Guns, I think, are going to NXT because I think the rumor was that they requested to go to NXT. So if they requested to go to NXT, I think that their request will be fulfilled. But I think in the terms of Fenix and Penta, they already wanted to go to the main roster before even negotiating with WWE. They know that their bodies don't have many more years left, and they want to maximize all that as much as they can by going to the main roster. So they may have been granted their wish, And I do think, based on what I've read and what I've heard, I do think the Lucha Brothers will end up on the main roster. And that is a huge shot in the arm, not only for the tag team division, but, man, Penta on the main roster. Imagine Penta versus Gunther, Penta versus Bronson Reed, Penta versus AJ Styles, Rey Fenix versus Santos Escobar, Andrade, Penta versus Andrade. I mean, the matches are just endless, man. Penta versus Rey Mysterio, Penta versus Rey Fenix eventually, Rey Fenix versus Rey Mysterio. I mean, WWE's got to carefully construct what they have in the Lucha Brothers, man. They are a special tag team, and, man, their marketing division is going to absolutely go crazy, man. They are going to be printing money with all their catchphrases and masks and their likeness. This is a great move, man. I'm so excited to see two guys that were so ingrained in the indies and on the indies in AEW, man. They were the Rebel tag team. WWE would never get the Lucha Brothers, man. We all cringed at the fact that WWE was interested in the Lucha Brothers when Vince McMahon was in charge. What the fuck would Vince McMahon do with the Lucha Brothers? Now that Triple H is in charge and he knows, he's got a team that knows who they are and how valuable they are. I can't wait to see what Triple H does with them on the main roster. The one thing I don't like is the social media discourse that Rey Fenix and Penta are traitors. How could they do this to us? Who the fuck is us? Who's us? Why don't you be happy for them that they're out there making money, that they can still make money and perform to the best of their abilities for us? This is the last few years of their pro wrestling run. If they want to go out there and achieve a WrestleMania moment and wrestle on the biggest stage possible, this is what you strive for when you enter the industry. If you don't have these dreams and aspirations, what the fuck are you doing here, man? So I'm happy for them, man. I think they're fucking great, and I can't wait to see what WWE does with them. And the most important thing out of all this with the Lucha Brothers, you know WWE is setting something up for the future, man. They signed Stephanie Vaquer. She's going to be a big deal in NXT in that women's division. She's Chilean. She was the CMLL women's champion. Big name in Mexico. Now they got the Lucha Brothers. They got Penta and Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and then Andrade. I mean, look at the Mexican talent that WWE has. You don't think they're going to be running a big international show in Mexico, whether it's 2025 or 2026, man? You know what's coming. You know what's coming. WWE, man, you gotta appreciate. You might not love WWE, but you certainly gotta appreciate the way that they strategically go about things, man. Look at them moving their chess pieces all over the board. They're bringing in this one. They got these guys. They're going to get them together. Arena Mexico, big Mexico show for an international destination. Got to appreciate it, man. You got to appreciate the level of strategic business that they got going on, man. You physically see them in real time moving their chess pieces on the board about this big move that they're potentially making into the international market. You don't think they're going to do something in Mexico with these moves? Love it, man. That's going to be unbelievable. What an ambiance, what an experience that's going to be, man. So the Lucha Brothers are going to the WWE. It is official, and I can't wait to see how they are used in the E. Kevin Owens. This is a name I did not expect to be in the rumor mill about a potential jump from WWE to AEW. WWE is trying to get ahead on some upcoming contracts nearing expiration, says Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select. Fightful confirmed PW Insider's report this week that WWE had approached a number of talent about re-signing ahead of their deals. This method is a far cry from what we've seen throughout a good part of the year. In one case, Damian Priest's deal was set to expire right around the time he renewed. Specifically, WWE sources tell Fightful that Kevin Owens has been approached for a new contract. We're told that Owens has not signed a new deal as of yet, but communication has been made. They got plenty of time. I believe the contract was reportedly up in January of 2025. So there's more than enough time to get Kevin Owens on board and let him kind of think on it and not make a rash decision for himself. Those that Fightful spoke to in AEW said that the company has long had major interest in bringing in Kevin Owens when and if he's available. They're expected to make him an offer if he does reach free agency. WWE will do everything in their power to not have it reach that point. WWE have re-signed Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Natalya, Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, Cedric Alexander, Nikki Cross, Charlotte Flair, Bayley. A number of talent have been signed for contract extensions in WWE. Some I'm missing. I'm sure there are more than that. But WWE has signed these names, and they are bringing all of these men and women back to the company. Kevin Owens, I did not expect his name to be in the rumor mill as far as him potentially jumping ship or contract expiration. WWE will sit Owens down. They will offer Kevin Owens a lot of money. Right now, I believe he's making $3 million per over the last 3 years, so $9 million on a 3-year contract. He will get paid. He will get paid in the vicinity of $4 million or $5 million per over the next 3 years. WWE will probably lock him down for 5. Kevin Owens is going to make the bag. And Kevin Owens deserves to make the bag. He deserves every fucking penny in that bag. Kevin Owens is a valuable asset and aspect to WWE. He's a locker room leader. He's said many times before he wants to retire here. I don't know why he would even contemplate jumping ship when he knows that WWE is going to pay him just as much as Tony Khan would pay him, and they will give him whatever he wants. WWE will actively do everything in their power to keep KO from going to AEW. It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen anyway. It could happen. It could happen for one very good reason. Kevin Owens might not be too pleased with the creative direction that he has right now on WWE, and the fans have been vocal about his creative direction. I can't imagine he's too pleased with the creative direction right now coming out of SmackDown, where he's done nothing but feud with A-Town Down Under, and it's really gone nowhere. Does this new Kevin Owens going into 2025 character, does a heel turn come along with that, as well as a new contract? Maybe a partnership in a new faction with Randy Orton? Maybe he goes after Cody Rhodes and the WWE Championship again? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe they shift him over to Monday Night Raw. Because every draft, Kevin Owens seemingly gets shifted to one brand, and then the next year he's on the other brand. Who knows? Who knows what it means creatively? But if there's one thing that's going to be the holdup in this thing, it's not going to be cash. He's going to make his cash. It's going to be creatively. Kevin Owens ain't going nowhere. He's a 2-time WrestleMania main eventer. He's a former World Heavyweight Champion. He's main evented WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the biggest legends, if not the biggest legend ever in pro wrestling. He main evented WrestleMania with his best friend, Sami Zayn, against the Usos, culminating in what was one of the greatest storylines that WWE's ever written. His best friend works there. They came into the business together. They joined WWE together, and they main evented WrestleMania together. He's not walking away from that. Anybody with 2 working, functional eyes can see that AEW right now has more than a bloated roster. At some point, it is going to burst at the seams. You bring in another ex-WWE guy to do what? Take another hungry young talent and their spot away from them to push another ex-WWE guy. This is on top of the rumors already that Bobby Lashley's coming in, that MVP's coming in, that Shelton Benjamin's coming in, that Shane McMahon's coming in, the growing rumor that Shane McMahon is leading a faction of ex-WWE guys on AEW television. What is Kevin Owens going to do on AEW television that he can't do on WWE television? Is it going to be better off for Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen? Because he's got rich history with the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, and they're going to get the band back together, man. Give me a fucking break. This is meaningless, remedial, amateur garbage, man. We're way beyond that. Why are the AEW fan bases, man, all across the world, you guys got the same fucking brain cell amongst every bit of you. Why would you want to go back and relive that in these guys' later years? I mean, Kevin Owens, how long does Kevin Owens got? You want him to go back and relive the Young Bucks, man? Give me a fucking break. Kevin Owens is mature. He's a WrestleMania main eventer, a former WWE champion. I don't understand why you want him to regress. I don't get it. What is he doing over there that he can't do in WWE? Nothing. WWE champion, WrestleMania main eventer to do what? Hold the AEW championship? I mean, Kevin Owens, he's going to stay with WWE because at once upon a time, he says he's going to retire there. And I firmly believe he wants to retire there. He's going to get paid. They look at him so highly in WWE. I can't see it happening. To do what? Spike pile drive Pac and fucking Action Andretti on Rampage? I mean, give me a fucking break, man. You guys got more than enough. You got more than enough talent over there to do whatever you want with. You don't need a Kevin Steen. You don't need a Bobby Lashley. Worry about what you got instead of worrying about what you don't have and bringing in a Kevin Owens and this one and that one. Use the talent you got now. Why are we going to continue to bolster that payroll, up the payroll, even more so than it already is, man? It's at a fucking all-time high now. You want to make it worse? You want to push another roster spot down the ladder, man? How many people begging for an opportunity? Yeah, let's bring in another WWE guy, man. That's exactly what we need. To do what? Generate a 600,000 rating on Wednesday? As soon as they go to AEW, it's almost as if their career dies. Their wallet, I mean, it's as healthy as ever. But their career? Forget about it, man. They'll be labeled off and cast as a fucking ex-WWE guy, and the creative would go right down the fucking toilet, man. They will not be as important as they are now because we've seen it all year. If Mercedes and Ospreay and Okada and everybody else that's joined WWE or AEW from WWE, if you don't know that already, I don't know what to tell you. You don't think it's going to happen to KO? Of course it's going to happen to KO. He ain't going nowhere. He's staying right with WWE. Thank you guys very much for all your support. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up. Hit that like button. Let's try for 1,000 likes on today's OTS. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go and check out all the other content on the channel. We were live on Monday. We were live on Tuesday with the Solid Monster Tuesday Night Titans. Wednesday's explosive Dynamite post show. We did the Miro piece on Friday. We were live for SmackDown on Friday night with the post show. And then obviously you guys got today. And if there's any more breaking news, you will see me tomorrow right here on OTS. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Check out all that content if you missed any of it. Subscribe to the second channel. It's linked down below. Some great content going up there as well if you missed anything during the week. And I'll see you right back here with more news on OTS. I'll see you guys later.